I'm back and we will continue our lesson. We will learn some new words and phrases, and then if we have time, we will do some practical exercises with you. I think there is something wrong with my video settings. Let me fix it. Okay, now I hope it's much better. So let's learn some verbs that we can use about schools and universities, because sometimes people don't know which verb they need to use in which situation. First thing that we need to learn is the verb register. We use the verb register for courses, but we don't use verb register for university. For example, I have registered for a drawing course. So I want to start learning painting, and I registered for this course. So I signed up a contract with this course. Another word that we can use, which has very similar meaning, is sign up. Sign up is usually used for free courses. When you don't need to pay any money, you don't need to make any contract, you just need to sign up for something. I signed up for cooking course last week. So this is how we can use register and sign up. If we talk about universities, we can use apply for. I have applied for Berkeley University. So this is the process when you send your application to the university. We call this apply for. If university accepts you, we can use, of course, the verb accept, I was accepted, or we can also use verb admit. I was admitted at Berkeley University last semester. If you want to use... Oh, Merve, I'm sorry for you. No problem. The video will be uploaded and you can watch uploaded video. If we want to use it in active sentence, we will say I entered or I started. So enter also means to start university. I entered Berkeley University. The next thing that I would like to explain is about going to lessons. A lot of my students use the verb join. Probably it's again because of Turkish language, but in English it is not true to say I joined a lesson today. Because join has a little bit different meaning, and I will explain which verb we need to use here. Sudenaz. Already she has correct answer. We don't need to say join, we need to use the verb attend. Very good job, Sudenaz. So join, we use join for the first time. For example, you came to Justenglish maybe 5 months ago, and you signed up a contract. We can say for this situation you joined a course. I joined advanced English course at Justenglish. This can be correct. But for every day when you go to lesson, we will use attend. I always attend the lessons. So we don't use I always join the lesson. It is not true. But we can use join actually for our YouTube lessons. For YouTube lessons, because you don't go there physically. You are sitting at home or you are at your work and you don't do physical activity of going to school. So in that situation, you can use join. I joined the lesson yesterday. Let me write here YouTube lesson. Okay. Now, sometimes we have some bad students and they don't want to go to lesson and instead they prefer to go to a cafe or park or internet cafe and play games. What do we say about this situation? When you don't go to school, you don't go to lesson. What do we use? Which verb do we need? Guys, maybe you know. Let's see. Which verb do we need to use if you don't go to school and you prefer to go somewhere else during the lesson time? I will wait a little bit more because I know streaming is coming a little slow and maybe this is the problem why we don't have any comments. Sudanas has comment, I will pass for today maybe. Yes, it can be used, but it's not very popular way. Hussein, if you don't go to lesson and you prefer to go to cafe with your friends instead of lesson, what do we call this situation? Which verb can we use? Mustafa has first correct answer. We can use skip. For example, I skipped a lesson yesterday. So it means you did not go to lesson. This is one verb that we can use. But we have some other verbs as well. Ditch a class. I ditched a class yesterday. This is another verb which we can use. And also, if you are our intermediate level students, for Just English, maybe you remember in our course book, Headway, Intermediate Level, in Unit 9, when you learn conditionals, there is a story about Billy. And in that situation, Billy has some problems with his family and then with his friends. And there is a sentence, Billy played truant. It has the same meaning with ditching a class. When you don't go to school, you can also use this phrase, play truant. Sorry for misspelling the word. Billy played truant for last week. So last week, Billy did not go to school. This one is used in British English, play truant. Ditch or skip is used in American English, and it is more popular in American English. You're welcome, Mr. Jihad. Next thing that we need to learn is about finishing the course. When we finish the course, we have evaluation. Dilek, skip, ditch, playground, all of them have same meaning. There is no difference between them. You can use them in the same sentence. Yes, when you finish the university of school, we can say graduate, of course. Graduate from, you need preposition from. And evaluation, it means when you finish the course and you take all your exams and you get your final score, this is evaluation. So evaluation is giving marks to students. I will give you an example for Justenglish. In our evaluation system, we pay attention to test and exam results as well as attendance and performance. Okay, so we pay attention to test result, exam result, student attendance and student performance as well. Another word that we can use with the same meaning of evaluation is assessment. Course assessment. It has very similar meaning, and in some places, especially for training centers, we also have different opposite situation when students assess the course, what they liked in this course, what they did not like in this course, was the teacher effective or not effective. So we can use course evaluation or course assessment also for this, when teacher evaluates student and also when student evaluates teacher. These verbs are interchangeable, so you can use the same verb you can use both verbs in the same sentence. It does not change the meaning. Course assessment is a very important process of learning. If you finish university or high school, you have something like this, GPA. Have you ever heard of GPA, guys? And do you know what is the meaning of GPA? It is based on all your scores, what you receive in your subjects, and then average, your average score during the whole studies, during whole university. Long form is grade point average, and short form is GPA. Usually, there are two different types, 4-point evaluation and 5-point evaluation. Nowadays, in many countries, you will see 4-point or 5-point evaluation. And I will give you an example from my experience. My GPA at the university was 3.44. So this was my average score. Ahmed, can you be more specific about fulfill? What do you mean? Now, if we talk about tests, we have different kind of tests. Of course, we can use test, and everybody knows the meaning of test. Also, you can use quiz. It also has the same meaning. So, test, quiz. Quiz can be written with one Z or double Z. Both of them are same. Gano is probably Turkish grade point average, GPA, maybe. So you can use test, you can use quiz, and also we can use midterm. Our midterms are next week. Midterm is in the middle of the course. When there is one test in the middle of the course, we say midterm. For final, we say final exam, or you can only say finals. We have finals in June. Okay, thank you, Merve. We have finals in June, so we understand this as well. Now, imagine you are sick and you cannot go to the exam, and then you talk to your teacher and ask your teacher to give exam another day. Then you need to take exam on other day. We call this make-up. You can say make-up exam or make-up test. I think Turkish students know different meaning of makeup when women apply some makeup on their face, but we have also this meaning for makeup. I could not take the test last week, but I talked to my teacher and she will give me a makeup test. Let me see some comments on YouTube. When I graduate my school, I fulfill my purpose. I mean, it's talk about achievement. Yes, you are absolutely correct. This is correct meaning of fulfill. Makeup test. Also, we can have makeup assignment. Assignment is very similar to homework. Sometimes in schools or universities, you don't like your grade and your teacher can give you another chance to do homework again or to do the project again. This kind of thing we call makeup assignment. I did not like my project score, so I asked for a makeup assignment. So this is not true for every country and every university or school, but for example, at my high school in America, we could do this one. If I did not like my test result or my project result, I asked teacher to give me makeup assignment so I could get better result. We have two different types of classes at the university and sometimes also at the school. We have some lessons which is necessary, which is must for everyone. We call these compulsory subjects. So it is must. And we have selectives. Selective is you select. Do you want to take this course or you don't want to take this course? I will write one example for both of these things. At my school, 60% of the subjects were compulsory and 40% were selectives or selective courses, I can say. Okay, the next thing that we should learn is something based about money and related to money. When you go to university, you need to pay some money. What do we call this money? It is called tuition fee. Do you know the meaning of tuition fee, guys? So it means the money you pay for your study at the university. Usually it is for the university, but it's not for school. But I don't know. In some countries, maybe it can be also for schools. The tuition fee at the university is very high. Yeah, at some universities it is very high, and students are not able to pay this. If they are not able to pay this, they can maybe apply for scholarship. We have two different kinds of scholarship. One scholarship is needs-based scholarship. So when you don't have enough money, your family is not financially well situation, then you can apply for this scholarship, and maybe the university will give you the scholarship, or some other organization can give you the money to study at the university. I feel sorry for students who don't have enough money to go to universities, and there must be more needs-based scholarships. Another type of scholarship is given if you are very, very good, if you are excellent at something, you are better than everyone. This kind of scholarship we call merit-based scholarship. So this one, merit-based scholarship, depends not on your needs. Maybe you are super rich, you have a lot of money, but you are very, very good student, you are the best. So university gives you scholarship for being very good student. I got the merit-based scholarship when I was studying at the university. Okay, you understand the difference between two types of scholarships, I think. There was a comment from someone about transcript. Transcript is a document which is given to a student, and it shows all your lessons, which lessons you took, and what was your score in each lesson, okay? My sentence is like this. I got my transcript last week. So last week I asked for the school, and they gave me transcript. It's a list of all your subjects and what was your score in each subject. Let me explain two more words which we need to know. It's not about university education, it's related more to school education. Two adjectives that we can use to differentiate people is literate, and opposite of it is illiterate. So literate is a person who can read and write. Illiterate is the person who can't read and can't write. There are a lot of literate people in Turkey. And I will give you the same example here. I will change a lot with a few. Illiterate people in Turkey. Okay, so literate is the person who can read and write, and illiterate is a person who can't read and can't write. Now I would like to teach you some words related to people. What we call people at the schools or universities. For this one, I prepared a short cartoon video presentation for you. Let me open it. So situation happens at the university. Professor. Probably you understand the meaning of the professor. At the university we don't say teacher, but we say professor. So this is Professor McGowan, and she will be teaching general management. The next word that we need to learn is dean. Dean, it is like the director of university. We call it dean. Or if it is a very big university, maybe we can have faculty dean. So different faculties will have different deans. For example, business administration faculty dean can be one person, and science faculty dean can be another person. So it depends how big the university is. Think about dean as a director. And for this university, we have Dean, Miss Smith. Next, let's see the students. John is a freshman. Does anybody know the meaning of freshman? What does it mean, freshman? I'm waiting for your comments, guys. What's the meaning of freshman? Yes, we know. Can you please write what does it mean? First year student at school. Very good. We use freshman for university and also for high school. First year student is called freshman. And John says, where am I? What am I doing here? Why am I here? Usually freshmen have a lot of questions in their minds when they go to university. Next one, we have Ellie, and Ellie is a sophomore. She studies all the time. Do you know the meaning of sophomore, guys? Sophomore is university or high school student of second year. Second year student we call sophomore. Sudana, she's nerd. Yeah, we call, I will explain the meaning of nerd. Maybe some people don't know. Then we have another student, James, I think. Yes, James is a junior. He's hardworking, but sometimes lazy. So what is junior, guys? Junior is the student of third year at the university or at high school. And the last student is Sophia. Sophia is a senior, and she always thinks about her prom. This is Sophia. So let me write the words that we have learned with you. Professor, you know, I will not write. Dean, our faculty dean, is Miss Smith. Freshman. So if I want to use this noun in plural form, I will use the same rule as a man. So I will say freshmen with E. Freshmen are usually confused at the university. Sophomore. When I was a sophomore, I studied a lot. Junior. All the juniors need to take exams. Okay. And finally, we have a senior. Seniors think about their future a lot. Thank you, Mustafa. Sometimes I may make spelling mistakes, guys, because I'm working on one computer to write and I'm watching your YouTube comments on another computer and I'm checking Facebook comments on my telephone. So I have three different things connected at the same time and I watch different screens. That's why I may make some spelling mistakes. Being a junior student is the hardest part in the universities generally. I totally agree with Selami, and especially in United States, for example, because usually juniors take all the hard exams and senior year it's just for fun. No, of course no. Thank you very much, Mustafa. Of course. Anytime you can write if I misspell something. Thanks a lot. Another thing that we need to learn, and this is only American word. When you finish the university or the high school, the best student of the year should give the speech to the graduate ceremony, and this person we call valedictorian. So it's the person with the best result, best score. At my high school, I remember that our valedictorian was very, very smart guy. He was from some Asian country. I don't remember exactly where from. If we talk about school, we need to use some word about the director. We don't usually say school director. We can say two different words. One word is principal. This is very American. And British English, you can say with the same meaning, headmaster. The principal of my high school was a very lovely lady. Yeah, it is a very strong word and it has very good meaning, the word valedictorian. Yeah, principal's office. It means the school director's office, but we don't use director. Usually we say in British English headmaster and in American English we use the principal. Some other words that you may see at the universities is, for example, a tutor. Tutor, it has different meaning in different countries. It means professor in some countries. In some countries, it means something like junior professor. So someone who is very new at the university as a teacher in some countries, but in other countries, it's same with professor. I don't remember the name of my tutor, but I think it was Kate. Another word that you should know also is TA. TA is short form for teacher's assistant. Noah says assistant professor maybe. Yeah, it can be used. So these words change a lot in different countries. In some countries you have full professor and you have assistant professor. In another country you might see a tutor. For example, at my university, tutor was not our teacher. She did not teach us anything. She was only helping us if we had some problem with homework or if we had some personal problem, we were not sure about something, we asked tutor. But in other countries, tutor is like a normal professor. Let's see another comment. Vocabulary is most important thing for a language. My English is enough for speaking, but not high level speaking. Oh, okay. So I'm trying to improve your vocabulary every day. From Monday to Friday, I have vocabulary lessons for different level of students. So teacher's assistant, this is someone who helps the teacher. Usually this person is master degree student, and at the same time he or she goes to some classes and maybe does some practical work with students, or checks students' homeworks, does some paperwork for teacher. Every teacher needs a TA. Another thing very similar to this one is research assistant. This one short form is RA. So some professors do researches while they are teaching, and they need some students to help them, maybe to find information, to search for something, and this person is called research assistant. If you are a RA, you will need to do a lot of work. I'm not sure if the system is same in Turkey though. Maybe it is different, and maybe you don't have TAs and RAs in Turkey. I have no idea about it. The last word for today will be thesis. Everybody knows this word, I think. When you finish your master's degree, you need to prepare your thesis. Yes, Mustafa, I finished my high school in the United States of America, and also master's degree I did in the USA. So during the second lesson today we have learned people at the university, some adjectives, and evaluation and papers about university and school, and the verbs which we can use when we are talking about lessons. It was very lovely to have this lesson with you today, and I think we've learned a lot of important things. If you are interested in TOEFL or IELTS exams, this vocabulary is very important for you. And there are some tasks in listening section, for example, which are based on academic situations, and you will hear a lot of times, let's say, for example, curriculum, and a lot of people don't know what the meaning of the curriculum is or how they need to write the word curriculum. So if you are preparing for IELTS or TOEFL exams, it will be very good if you watch this video and if you learn these words. It's gonna help you a lot. As for all other students, thank you very much for joining today our lesson, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channels on YouTube, Twitter and Facebook account. If you are not able to watch the videos live, you can also watch all of them uploaded on our channels. I see another question. Do you have an IELTS exam teacher? No, I have not taken IELTS exam, Mustafa, but I took TOEFL examination. And Mary says one of the most difficult things in the world is writing a thesis. Yes, it is very difficult to write a thesis, and everyone who has a master's degree probably understands this situation very well. Guys, please stay at home, don't go out, and we are here for you to help you and make your days a little bit more fun. We need to finish our lesson for now and stay with us, because at 2 o'clock there will be another lesson today, and as far as I remember, at 2 o'clock today we have phrasal verbs lesson. So wish you a good day and stay healthy and safe.